Good morning and welcome to the Thursday edition of Scoreboard, the morning report. Adjusting the headphones here a bit. Yes, welcome to Thursday, March the 9th, almost the end of our 6th week of doing this show. So I think it's time to get right at it. Let's take a look at the NHL scores from last night. There you go, John McCauley. Detroit 4, Chicago 3, Minnesota 4-2 winners over Winnipeg, and the Canucks in overtime 3-2 over Anaheim. Hefty schedule in the NHL tonight, that's for sure. Dallas is at Buffalo. That's a big game for the Sabres. They want to get back in this rate. New Jersey at Washington, Islanders at Pittsburgh. Rangers, with all those new players, are in Montreal. Philadelphia's at Carolina. Vegas Golden Knights at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay still, I think, lingering 5 points behind the Leafs. Edmonton at Boston. San Jose at St. Louis. Los Angeles at Colorado. Nashville at Arizona, and the very latest game from the coast at 10 o'clock tonight, the Ottawa Senators at Seattle. Ottawa's got to get back winning and try to get back in that race for the spot. Let's take a look at the Who's Hot list. Connor McDavid still sitting at the top of the list. Over the last 10 games, 25 points, 12 goals, 13 assists. Amazing, just amazing. His teammate Draisaitl dropped down a few spots. He's only got 16 points in the last 10 games. Oh, isn't that awful? Mitch Marner from Toronto, 4 goals, 11 assists, 15 points in the last 10 games. Nylander, 4 goals, 11 assists, 15 points in the last 10 games. Identical record. And right behind them, Claude Giroux, former Cumberland grad, playing with the Ottawa Senators in the last 10 games, 5 goals, 9 assists for 14 points. Not bad at all. What can we take a look at? Oh, coming up in the queue, Halifax with Evan Boucher. They're playing Lacadie Bathurst tonight at 7 o'clock and making the return trip to play Lacadie Bathurst. Halifax, by the way, has a nice even 30-point lead over the second-place team in their division. Not much of a race there. Let's hope that Halifax doesn't crumble when it comes to playoff times. OHL, Gavin White, Peterborough Petes. Kingston at Peterborough tonight. This is their regular Thursday night home game for the Petes. And then the Petes come to Kingston to play the Frontenacs tomorrow. At one point, Kingston was 1 point behind Peterborough. That was about a month ago. And now, they've probably fallen about 14 or 15 points behind. Reality has caught up to the Frontenacs after they did trade those guys. So good luck to Gavin White and the Peterborough Petes. That battle in the East is pretty potent. What else have we got? We can show this one again for Ryan Gillespie out in Salmon Arm. They play tomorrow night at Vernon. Hockey East, Cody Mons. Providence 2-1 winners over University of New Hampshire in overtime. That looks like that's all the action for them for this weekend. We have nothing on tap for Simon Mack, Liam Soulier at Penn State. The NCAA is winding down. They're establishing positions and for the playoff stream. Okay, this is what we've been waiting for. Back home to the CCHL. Scores last night. Take a look at this. Hawkesbury lost. They were shut out, as a matter of fact, by Renfrew. Renfrew seems to be hot and cold. Hard team to understand, but I think Tyler Tomasini got both those goals for Renfrew. He's the leading scorer in the league, by the way. And I understand he stopped into Cornwall 3 or 4 years ago for a cup of coffee, and that was it. Also last night, Rockland 7-4 over Pembroke. Good for Rockland. We'll take a look at the impact on the standings in a minute. And another biggie tonight for us as Brave fans and for all CCHL fans, Carleton Place at Cornwall. Cornwall, well, needs the points, and Carleton Place needs them as well. Friday night, Cornwall at Brockville. Kempfell's at Hawkesbury. That's a big game. Kempfell's got that narrow lead over Cornwall. We will talk about that. And Hawkesbury, we'll talk about that as well. Ottawa plays Rockland. They need the points. And Smith Falls and Navan. Hey, Friday night, Cornwall at Brockville. Don't say you heard it here, but there is a rumor afloat that still carrying on for Friday night. Captain Lucas Culhane will be serving Game 4 of his Game 5 suspension. Spencer Stanitz will be serving his second game for his suspension from last Friday night when he suspended one game because he got into a fight in the last 10 minutes of regulation in the game, and he got a one-game suspension for being the instigator in that incident. There's a rumor floating, though, that Aiden Yard has a one-game suspension based on that penalty interference call. Now, I saw that happen, and I sort of thought, well, I'm looking at it on Hockey TV, but I thought he got shoved into the crease, got a penalty, and now he's got a suspension. And further to that, I also heard the rumor around the rink yesterday that Kyle Powers might have a suspension for Friday night as well due to that incident or the series of incidents in Pembroke on Sunday night. So big impact on the Braves in their push to get up to fourth spot at least, home ice advantage. Okay, CCHL standings. Take a look at this baby. There we are in yellow, your Brockville Braves, right in the middle of the pack, 62 points. But look at the points around them. Down in the Iserman, Hawkesbury 61, Brockville 62, Renfrew 63, and Carleton Place 64. Unbelievable race, just amazing. And three of the top three teams have had played 51 games, and Hawkesbury has a game in hand. And the race for that eighth and final playoff spot, there's Kempfell, 54 points. And if we look down in the Iserman division, Cornwall with 51 and Rockland with 50. And Rockland has two games in hand on, one game in hand on Kempfell and Cornwall. Cornwall and Kempfell have both played 51 games. So it's going to be pretty exciting. Thanks very much for watching. This is your Thursday Scoreboard.